Uh, the growth of an adolescent. During the age of adolescence, the adolescent reaches mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. Adolescence is also a period of change in a person's way of thinking. The children who reach the age of adolescence, they do not behave like small children, they suddenly start behaving in a mature manner. So, this is a mark of growth. Adolescents are independent than before and are also self conscious. So, the adolescent of the age of, that is the teenagers, they tend to become more conscious. Now, what does conscious mean? They start to be more conscious of their looks. This is very common feature. All the teenagers are more conscious about their looks, about their hairstyle, about their skin, about their appearance. And if you compare the age of an adolescent with the age of a small child, with the child when he was of class, when he was in of 7 to 8 years, then there is lot of difference. The teenagers are more conscious about their behavior, about their looks. Intellectual development take place and they tend to spend considerable time thinking. In fact, it is often the time in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. So, the adolescent or the teenage years are considered to be the most remarkable years of a person. This is the period when a person starts growing and he starts thinking in a different way. So at this time, the person who is a teenage, he or she should look for ways of growth. They should look for way of becoming mentally stable. Now, why does this happen? Because the hormonal changes in the body make the person develop maturity. These hormones produce development, produce effect on the brain, and therefore person's behavior changes. Sometimes an adolescent may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. Insecurity means the person or the teenager is not able to decide that what is right and what is wrong. So they tend to ask questions, and mostly they are not comfortable with elders. So they mostly tend to ask questions from amongst themselves, and the teenagers are able to give their own suggestions based on whatever they know. So, but an adolescent learner, you should know that there is no reason to feel insecure. These changes are a natural part of growing up. Insecurity is seen in many ways. One of the insecurity which is seen in teenagers is that they tend to feel that they are growing up and they tend to argue too much. If now your parents think that you are a small child, but most of the time they do not realize that the child has grown up. So there is often an argument between the parents as well as the teenagers. So this is a common thing. If parents know about it, then they will understand that this is a time phase which will pass. After some time, the teenager will become usual. So at this time, the teenagers must take help and support of their elders. From amongst the elders, it could be parents, it could be teachers, or someone who has got more knowledge. A teenager should not take the support or help of another teenager who is also passing through the same phase. So most of the teenagers at this phase, they tend to look for friends and they too tend to look for support. And the insecurity is seen that they are not sure about what is going on in their body and in their thinking. So all this is because of the hormonal changes in the body which may